All right, everyone. Welcome back to round 2, game 3 between Off Topic Off Meds and Snakes and Trees. So series is 2-0 with OTOM leading. So this is going to be a potential deciding game if Snakes and Trees isn't able to rally back and win it. So we're going to try to pull for them because we always want to see series go the full length, which is a little exciting. And in terms of remaining maps, so we already played Red Rock Desert and we played DSDR. Now we're going to be on Erebos Lakes. And if Snakes and Trees can pull the win out of this, then we'll go to a 4th game on Nuclear Winter. We are just waiting for players to load in, and I hear them loading in now, so let's hop into the game. All right, so Erebos Lakes and Fives is always such an interesting map because there's so many different ways that you can play it. Sometimes you'll see more naval play, sometimes you see co-op naval mid, sometimes you see air, sometimes you see no air tech just off the geo. So it's definitely going to be kind of an exciting thing to see how these teams decide to play it out. On the bottom, we have crop rotation going arm vehicles. Lenore is arm and hasn't decided on his lab yet. Aiden is in the C position as arm. That's interesting. We'll see if he actually decides to go arm C. Chummers with the core bot open and Victor with a core bot open as well. And if we transition to the right side for Snakes and Trees, we have a one time with a core vehicle lab, On My Face with an arm bot lab, Zombieing with a much earlier core vehicle or core C lab, which is interesting. If he can get units out, he might be able to shut Aiden down. Solely with a core vehicle lab, and Dr. Goldfish with an arm bot lab. So relatively similar choices, but it looks like Zombieing was able to get in the water sooner, and that's one of those really important things. If you can get in the water sooner and get those subs out and win that initial sub trade, a lot of times you can just snowball off the reclaim in C. So definitely exciting. Polygon, anything sticking out for you so far this match?
One thing I noticed was Zombieing looks like he actually skipped a mech to get into C quicker, and we're going to see if that turns out in his favor.
Oh, you're right. He did. I mean, he should be able to, his teammates hopefully can backfill it for him. He did get this early con, so hopefully this works out, and he is able to abuse the 20 title, which is incredibly nice. Aiden opens Skater. Zombieing does not have a supporter or anything else out, but he is building a frigate now. Unfortunately, he's e-stalling, so if he can get these other titles up and then have that frigate ready, he might be able to do some damage on C and then hopefully push Aiden off, but we'll see. Lenore is coming in. Let's see what Lenore or Jadam can see. So he sees the incisor and his attention is actually here. He sees that Sully did a core vehicle open and hasn't walked his comm yet. So he's going to try to do a little bit of harass with it. And Sully's going to have to chase around these windmills, which is honestly one of the most frustrating things imaginable when these scouts are able to run through. But he's got an incisor out now, so he'll be able to drive him off. Hopefully these rovers aren't going to be able to pick off all the eco and back, but it looks like they are. We have our first exchange. It is this Skater slowly but surely chipping away at the conship that needs to run back, but Zombieing does have a frigate coming, and oh no, these rovers killed Wind, they killed the mechs, and they are just going to be harassing constantly. Unfortunately, with this early harass and aggression, a similar thing is playing out as in last game, where just this level of pressure that OTOM is applying to Snakes and Trees is trapping them on their side of the map, which is letting OTOM freely expand, freely eco, and just start to slowly outscale.
Like Aiden's walking his commander up to the center, getting that reclaim, but Zombie's making his way up there too.
Oh yeah, this could be an interesting mix. And actually, Zombieing is going to be able to pressure the ship lab, but unfortunately, Aiden is prepared for this. He's got 2 eels, and they're going to be able to clean up this frigate. So when that Riptide goes down, it's definitely concerning. Zombieing really needs some orcas out to be able to fight it, but it looks like he's going to drop another Riptide. And Lenore just lost those rovers. They did an incredible amount of harassment. Yeah, and Aiden is walking mid. He's going to try to take that reclaim. This middle island is important for the mexes because they're 3 mexes, but there's also like 1,500 metal reclaim on it. So kind of amazing. Wait, this frigate didn't die? What? Did Aiden?
He almost got the con chip with it too, and he looks like he's going to save it.
Wow, Zombie, incredible micro play. Good work from him. Unfortunately, Victor has decided that he's going to do his own micro play, and this grunt with 7 kills is just now going to go down. It was able to do a ton of damage to On My Face's eco. So it looks like the north side of the map is equalized a little bit more. We've got A1 time slowly pushing forward with his commander to take these mexes, and I think he wants to wall here. Victor has LLTs, but he's also going to go C, which could be very, very concerning. A lot of times players will go C in this northern position because destroyers are able to just absolutely crush any units on the top and any units going in the middle. Jaden running blitzes through bottom, and Victor getting ready to, oh no, it looks like On My Face and A1 are going to be able to stop this grunt aggression. Unfortunately, Lenore has snuck through 9 blitz, and those are going to be able to do a ton of damage. Dr. Goldfish has secured bottom.
I'm really hoping Stoli will notice this and be able to pump out a pounder and slow those things down, if not stop them outright.
Yeah, he hasn't.
It looks like it's getting really close to his base, though.
He has radar, and he hasn't quite reacted yet. He is dropping an LLT, which is going to be great, but he does need the pounders.
Fight, by the way, it looks like Aiden and Zombie are duking it out with their comms.
Oh, yeah, that was a little close. Zombie gets the LOT down, though, and his comm is in front of it. Aiden can't degun it, but Lenore is still just raiding. He got a couple of mexes, a solar, and now it looks like he's going to split and try to just snipe as many mexes in back as possible, which is really concerning for Snakes and Trees. They're already at a pretty substantial energy deficit, and when these mexes go down, they're going to be at an even more substantial metal deficit, which it's going to be really hard to claw back from. Oh no, and the Blitz are going to be able to get all up into Goldfish's base. They get like 7 windmills, and they are still going. Oh, but this is good. They're able to clean up a bit of it. Sully did chase those down. He was persistent, so there's only 1 incisor left. Let's see what's going on in some of these other lanes. A1 has walled his lane and is walking towards Victor's lane, maybe to, yeah, he's going to try to drop some LLTs so that there isn't quite as much aggression that can filter through.
It looks like Chummers has made an air transition. And Shurikens are going to make their return.
Oh, yeah, and no one on Snakes and Trees has done the air transition yet, which is very concerning. And Dr. Goldfish is going to start making his moves, but he needs to be pretty careful. Rocket versus Incisor is not a fun fight if the Incisors decide to just run around you, but
is that
a C lab into a C plane lab? Okay. Wow, they... Off Topic Off Meds have decided they're abandoning the land, and as many of them as possible are going sea or going sky, so that's respectable. I like what we're seeing, and there's a bit of a fight down here on bottom. Lenore versus Soli.
It really does seem like they're trying to get off land. If you look at Aiden's base, it looks like he's made a transition to seaplanes.
Oh, and Soli might go down here. Lenore is doing a ton of damage. 1 more D-gun. He just needs 1 more. Don't die, Soli. No. Oh, and Soli gets it. The last minute D-gun. He needs to keep running, though. There's another blitz coming. It's low, but I think they might. Oh, they're not able to track it down. The frigate comes over and holds it. And you're right. Aiden is also going seaplanes. Oh, no. Unfortunately, the no air from Snakes and Trees might get punished substantially by all of these players. But Soli was able to get his commander out, which is amazing. Lenore's getting pushed back as well. All these rocket bots from Dr. Goldfish are doing quite a bit of work. Unfortunately, the grunts and the stouts are going to start running at him. And Goldfish down on the bottom is getting slowly chipped away by Janice Whistler. Oh, and the sabers have begun from crop rotation. Oh, and I missed it, but Zombine's comm is sniped by sabers in mid, and they need to do an incredibly fast air transition because Aiden's sabers have decided it's over. He wants to start ripping through all these enemies.
Looks like A1 is making that air transition, but I'm not sure if it'll be in time.
Yeah, it needs to be very quick. He does need a bit more build power, and it looks like he needed to scale E a little bit more, but he does make the right call to do that transition. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull it off in time. And crop rotation has yet to commit his seaplanes. He's got 5, so this is going to be interesting. Wow, sabers are so tanky. It's unreal how tanky sabers are. It's just not fair.
The fact that they dodge A also,
Yeah,
they're fast, they're high damage, it's glorified T2 unit in all but name.
Yep, they are kind of terrifying. All right, and crop rotation bringing his sabers bottom. They're gonna roll through, it looks like Dr. Goldfish's base. He doesn't have any static AA up, and he's pumping out pawns. He's gonna have to swap over, but there's already units in his base.
If the air raid sirens aren't going off, they're going to be now.
Yeah, Chummers is coming in for the bombs, and he wants all of Dr. Goldfish's base, and this is gonna be an explosion. His entire base is gone. Where are these bombers headed next? There are a couple scattered nettles, but it looks like the seaplanes are going to be able to clean up the majority of it. Oh, actually, Chummers didn't split his bombers too well, so some of them are getting picked off. And Chummers is going to come on up and bomb out A1 as well, and we are losing commanders. It looks like the seaplanes were able to snipe off on my face's commander, and now they're moving around trying to find everything else they can. This is unfortunately looking like a pretty terrifying overwhelm just from air. And oh, do they see this commander? They see A1's commander, and they're going to snipe this as well. There's only 3 commanders left for snakes and trees, and with these sabers hunting them, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to really recover at all. And A1 goes down. So Dr. Goldfish, wait, where's their other commander?
Dr. Goldfish is hanging out in the bottom right.
Oh yeah, and Soli's over there as well, but oh no, Soli needs to be building nettles, but unfortunately I just don't think it's enough. He's gonna get swarmed by the sabers and the Janus. OTOM has decided to throw honor to the sea, and they're breaking out all the broken units. Janus, saber, all right. I don't know if that was necessary, boys, but a win is a win. And they know this last commander is down here, so here they come. This is gonna be a barrage of gunships. They spot the commander, and here they go. It looks like crop rotation has decided it's time to end the game. Crop rotation with a little bit of a BM high hello, but that is going to be the game. And unfortunately, despite their best efforts, Snakes and Trees wasn't quite able to recover from the second game, and so they're going to lose the third game. So the BO4 is going to end at a 3-0 for Off Topic Off Meds, and Victor with incredible scaling on his side. There was quite a bit of great work done here. We can see this damage efficiency, especially from Aiden and crop rotation, over 300 pushing 400. That is quite an incredible marker, and shows just how well they played that game, how well they were really able to capitalize on all the opportunities and punish Snakes and Trees when they found them in unfavorable situations. Any final comments for that series, Polly?
Yeah, one repeating theme I'd like to touch on is it looks like OTOM really took advantage of scout units and raiding. Something I'd like to see Snakes and Trees next time try doing is building some radars and answering those scouts with other scouts, just as fast units as they can spam out to keep up with them. Another thought I'd like to share is I noticed that Chummers regularly found himself without an air opponent, which could decide games very quickly. Just make a few bombers and just start hitting that E. That can just seal the game right there. It's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to see where these teams go if they compete in the future.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Yeah, there were some on DSD. I think Chummers built like 10 fighters against no air opponent, which happens a lot sometimes when you don't scout. So it's funny when it happens, but they were still able to win a lot of those series. I think just with great airplay, right? With the Shuris, with the bombers, and everything else. So yeah, we that's the end of the series. OTOM takes it 3-0, and we'll see what happens next.